Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 722. My name is Christine, and on today's episode I'm showing you the Hero Arts and Sizzix stamp and die cut framelits. Today I'm showing you the Hero Arts and Sizzix stamp and die cut framelits, and just like the embossing folders I showed you the other day, these again are packaged with the stamps and the die cuts all in one package. So it makes it really easy. You don't have to buy the stamps from one store and buy the dies from another store. It all comes packaged together. So this one here is really cute with some flowers and butterflies. Here we have some couple frames and a little branch. And then here was a Christmas set, which is really sweet with the snowman and Christmas tree and some words in that. Now they've also come out with some new sets they've just released. So if you check out the Hero Arts site, you'll be able to see all the latest releases as well. So I'm going to show you how it works. We open it up. And I'm going to show you this flower. So I take my stamp and I take my die. I have my I ink it up, and you stamp your image onto your paper like that. Now at this point too, you could color it, you could do paper piecing, whatever you'd like, but I'm just going to basically show you how to cut the image out. So next you're going to take your die and you're going to turn it upside down and you're going to just match it up. You can see how there's a nice little border around it all. Just moved it. And then what I like to do is take a piece of removable tape and tape it down on the die and the excess paper. And that will just hold it in place when I go to cut it from my through my die cutting machine. So this die is considered a thin wafer die. So when you're cutting this with your Big Shot, you have your multi-purpose platform like this. Then you take one cutting mat, you put it down, you put your die with the die on the cutting mat facing up, and that's why I like to tape it, so now that it's upside down I still know it's in place. And then you put another cutting mat on top, and now we're going to roll it through our machine. Now because these are thin wafer dies, they can be used with almost every machine on the market. If you have a Lifestyle Craft Epic, if you have a Spellbinders machine, whatever other machines are out there, a Cuttlebug, you can use these dies with all those machines. So now I just need to pop it out. Now with these little bits, you just want to be careful to take them out. And there you can see I have the stamped image cut perfectly. And if you were to cut all around this, you wouldn't be able to get that nice crisp image as the die cut it for us. So now I'm going to show you what I made with these sets. On these first two cards here, they're the same cards except I had colored the label one blue and one pink, so I decided I'd just make them both. The background is this stamp here. It's called Magical Background, and it was part of the Christmas collection, but this background could be used all year round. I just inked it up with a few different distress inks and stamped the background. And then here is another stamp that was cut with the die. I just inked it up with some peeled paint distress inks. And then this label was cut out and I just colored it with my Copics. And then the two sayings are from this Sweet Threads set. It's one of the basic gray Hero Art stamp sets I had showed you before. I just used the stamps from there to stamp the little sayings. And then I made this card, which I was really happy with. I used the friend definition, this one here. It's one of my favorite background stamps. But what I did is I put green along the bottom and blue for most of it to form sort of my lawn and my sky. And then I stamped the flower 3 times and I colored it with some different Copics. And then here on the stamens I put some little liquid pearl drops. And then I stamped and cut the butterfly and colored it in as well with some Copics. And used that same Many Things from the Sweet Threads stamp set. And those are my projects using the Stamp and Die Cut Framelits by Hero Arts and Sizzix. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm going to be showing you the Spellbinder Spiral Blossoms. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.